My name is Bob Haan. I'm a Vice President of Clinical Operations and Quality, and I started with TX Team back in 2000. The job market was really contracting and jobs were really hard to come by at that time. So I was very fortunate to find work with TX Team. Even though it was PRN, I was working a lot of weekends and traveling to any one of our many locations throughout the state of Indiana, but I was happy to do it, happy to have work, and enjoyed being with TX Team. So I've treated with TX Team in some of our clinic locations and worked my way up to be a team leader at one of those facilities. From there, a senior team leader and then a rehab director, and most recently was promoted to Vice President of Clinical Operations and Quality. My role is really to support our teams and our partners at our Indiana hospitals and employer-based clinics, as well as support the efforts of our company in quality programs like MIPS and photo and tracking the work that we do with our patients and overseeing compliance at all of our locations. One of my best memories with TX Team is the launch of our employer-based clinic model. We got into that. We didn't really know what we were doing. It was sort of a new and fresh idea that we had come up with, and fortunately we're able to go through with that and put that into play. There was a moment where we realized that, hey, this is really a great thing and something special. It really helped to align the incentives of the employers that we worked with. The patients got great care at no cost or low cost, and our therapists loved it. So it really, all the incentives aligned for everybody involved, and at that point just realized how fun that was and was really just a true form of physical therapy that we still love doing today. I think there's many ways that we're different, but one of the biggest is in the way that we're structured. TX Team is privately owned. We're not owned by a group of investors with a board that has perhaps applied a lot of pressure or unrealistic demands. So we control the decisions and the way that we operate, and I think that's very important. Our patients feel that, and our staff feel that. It also means that we can make decisions and move on decisions very easily. So anybody in our company who has a good idea can suggest that idea. We can have a meeting this afternoon, come to a decision, walk out of the meeting and make it happen. And I think that's really not the way it works everywhere, especially in very, very large companies where there's multiple layers to work through, and decisions are a long time in making. So it's something that makes us different. There are many reasons that I've chosen to stay with TX Team. One of the biggest for me is that we strike the right balance between being a healthcare provider and being profitable. I think there's a lot of companies out in the market today that talk about putting patients first or talk about their high quality of care, but then turn around and ask their therapist to see 2 and 3 people at a time, or do things that to me sort of conflict with that message. And so for me, TX Team just strikes the right balance, and I'm proud of the way we operate. I would say thank you for all that you do. We would not be here if it weren't for those therapists, those rehab aides, those admin assists who are out there taking care of our patients and keeping our partners happy. That's really who we are, and that's why we're still here 40 years later.